What's going on? Sixers versus Timberwolves tonight. And I believe it's going to be a beatdown. I give the Sixers a 10% chance to even come close to beating the dang on Timberwolves tonight. And of course, the 90% is going to the Timberwolves. I listen. Joel Embiid's out. The Sixers seem like they can't play without Joel Embiid. And I'm very concerned about the Sixers right now. We got two max players not playing. And it's just, as soon as I start having hope for this team, as soon as I start having hope for this team, they just start screwing up. That's what happens. They just start screwing up. I see a big game coming from Julius Randle today if he's playing. I see a big game from Jaden McDaniels, Naz Reid. Listen, Anthony Edwards is going to end up cooking us as well. But listen, this is not going to be good. The final score, 125 to like 100. I don't even know about 100. We probably not going to score that. We're going to score like 90 points maybe. Maybe 90 points. 90 to like 120. I see the Timberwolves beating the brakes off of the Sixers tonight. And this is coming from a Sixer fan. And I'm just to the point right now, like I come to the conclusion that the Sixers are just terrible without Joel Embiid. I mean, they don't have to be this bad. You know, I understand Joel Embiid's a good player, but does a team have to be this bad where they can't win? I believe this is his fourth or fifth consecutive game that Joel Embiid has missed, and they lost every game. I feel like they lost every game. And they're just getting cooked by everybody they go against. And I don't know I don't know how they could beat this team. The Timberwolves, they're what's their record? They're 35-22. It's in Minnesota on top of that. That's not gonna. Where are they seeding? Oh, they're number 6 too. So both 6 seeds are going at it tonight. So the 6th seed in the Western Conference and the 6th seed in the Eastern Conference are going at it. And I feel like the Timberwolves are going to win. Now, what can the Sixers do to make this competitive? What can they do to make this competitive? I don't know. I really don't know. Well, I actually do know. Rebound the ball. Rebounding the ball for me is the biggest thing for the Sixers. If they don't rebound, they're going to lose by 30. If they shout out to Elizabeth. Give you a shout out. What's going on, brother? Shout out to you. But yeah, if they don't rebound, they're getting cooked. Now, the one thing about the Sixers is that they don't box out. Sometimes it comes to the point where the point guards and the shooting guards are getting more rebounds than the centers and the power forwards. We need a big game from Drummond, Dembona. We need a big game from Dominic Barlow. We need a big game from VJ Edgecombe to have any type of hope. By the way, everybody that's in the building, hit the like button if you come in the building. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're feeling the vibes. We go live for a lot of Sixer games, and we will be going live for the playoffs as well. And we will be covering the Phillies as well. So if you're into baseball or NBA, this is the channel for you. But we need a big game from VJ Edgecombe. I'm talking about a 25-plus point performance, both ends of the court, playing well, also rebounding the ball. We got to rebound the ball, man. I know that I keep repeating myself, but it's a fact, man. My homie said it all. He says it all the time. If you don't rebound, you don't win. If you don't rebound against the Timberwolves, we're going to lose by 30. You know what's so crazy? I was thinking like this will be the game that Joel Embiid will return and go against one of the best teams in the Western Conference. And, you know, he always seems to cook Rudy. So I'm like, all right, he gonna cook Rudy. Let me see what their team looking like. Hold on, is Rudy still on the team? I'm pretty sure Rudy's still on the team. But he cooking anybody on the Timberwolves. Ain't nobody on the Timberwolves can guard Joel Embiid. So it don't even matter Rudy, Julius Randle, Nas Reed, don't matter. They're getting cooked by Joel Embiid. The issue is Joel Embiid not playing once again. And I don't know what to think anymore when it comes to the Sixers. Because when you have two max players not playing, you got Paul George suspended for like 20, was it like 20, about 25 games? I think 25 games, right? He's coming back, and there's only going to be like 10 games left in the season. And Joel Embiid, I don't know when he's coming back. They saying shin/knee management. And it's to the point where if you keep losing, you're only like a game ahead of teams that are right behind you. They could mess around, take your spot. Yes, exactly. I wish they would sell the team, bro. I wish they would sell the team. Like, I'm so over like losing. You gave up Jarrett McCain. You didn't get nothing for Jarrett McCain. Like, I was trying to be optimistic with giving up Jarrett McCain because he is so young and they wasn't utilizing him anyway. He started to come along, but I was like, if you trade him, at least go get something for him. Like, go get a Sadiq Bey. If they would have got a Sadiq Bey, the guy that just cooked us last night, we would be on point. We'll be one of the best teams in the East. They didn't get nobody. That's what makes it bad. They signed Cameron Payne last minute in the buyout market. It's just like, that's all you can do. You just signed Cameron Payne and you think that's all you need to do to improve this team. And now I'm starting to feel like, is Joel Embiid really hurt, or is he trying to stick it to the team? Like, all right, since y'all don't want to make no moves, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to make y'all suffer by not playing. Can someone hit the like button? Can I get one like? Can someone show a brother some love and hit the like button? Double tap the screen, hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? It really helps the channel out. That's why I ask. But if you haven't already, hit the like button. They got nothing in return for a tax. Yeah, because he needs money for his football team. Man, he needs to sell the team. He needs to just leave Philly. Like, he needs to leave Philly. And then Jared McCain shining with the Thunder. Like, it makes no sense on how, like, Jared McCain gets traded to the best team in the NBA, debatably, the defending champions, and now he has an honest chance of winning the championship. You know what I mean? And he's already getting minutes. So it's like, what are we supposed to do? Like, as a Sixer fan, how are we supposed to think when you give up a young, talented player for a first-round pick and 3 second-round picks, but the first-round pick is going to be a late first-round pick, and you didn't flip that and get anything back in return, and now the team got worse. Like, it didn't get better. You got Joel Embiid not playing, which I think he might not be playing because he's peed off. He's disappointed in the organization. So I wouldn't be surprised after this season, depending on how it ends, he's going to ask for a trade, which I don't blame him. And then you got a max wing player that is, in my opinion, overrated. I think PG, for that amount of bread, I ain't knocking him for the money. I'm not knocking him for taking the money. I would take the money. If the Sixers are going to be that crazy enough to give me a 4-year, $211.6 million deal, I'm going to take it, whether I'm good or not, or whether I'm worth the money on that, if I'm worth the money or not. When it comes to the production on that basketball court, I'm going to take the bread. So I ain't mad at PG. What I'm disappointed is the Sixers, you could have spread that money out and got multiple role players and built around VJ and Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. You could have built around them. That would have been a great nucleus, and just built around them and got quality players all around them, because it's not all about having a whole bunch of all-stars. That doesn't really win championships like that. It's about having a complete team. A complete team, I'll take over a team that has 4 so-called all-stars, and 2 of the all-stars ain't even playing. Well, we got three all-stars: Tyrese Maxey, PG, and Joel Embiid. But 2 out of the 3 all-stars ain't even playing. 2 out of the 3 all-stars, you got 2 max players. One is suspended, and the other one is saying he's hurt. Now I'm starting to feel like he ain't hurt, and he's really just trying to stick it to the Sixers. Oh, y'all didn't want to listen to me? Watch this. I'm going to say I'm injured until I feel like coming back. Screw it. And he's going to ask for a trade after this season. That's how I'm feeling. I'm hoping he ain't hurt. But then again, he might be hurt as well. I don't know what to think anymore. What's up, brother? Ryan said box out and rebound into communication on the ball movement and shooting less long range opportunities. I feel you. I feel you, man. That whole boxing out, bro. I be saying that every live stream. I be saying that every single live stream, the Sixers need to box out and go get box somebody out and teamwork make the dream work. Get the rebounds. I constantly say it. And I'm not really sure what's going on with the Sixers when it comes to rebounding. They're going to get cooked against the Timberwolves tonight. I was really expecting the Joel Embiid to play tonight. I was expecting Joel Embiid to play tonight. When I heard the news that he wasn't playing because of shin and knee soreness, I said, "Oh my goodness!" I really feel like Joel Embiid is really he might be hurt, but I feel like he could play at a high level still, even being hurt. I think it's more like, yo, y'all didn't make no moves, and I'm gonna let y'all feel it. That's how I'm looking at it. But you're going against one of the best teams in the West, and yeah, we're getting cooked. we're definitely gonna lose this game. Yeah, Rudy. I'm thinking Rudy got traded or something, but yeah, Rudy's they're gonna dominate the boards. The person I think is going to destroy us tonight is Julius Randle, even more than Ant-Man. I think Julius Randle is going to cook us. Julius Randle is going to cook us. He's going to get a lot of rebounds. He's going to get putbacks. Ain't nobody stopping him from getting a putback because nobody boxes out. But then again, Ant-Man might take over too as well. It's going to be a beatdown. And I would not be surprised if we lose by 30 points in this game. Would not be surprised. But I'm trying to have this maybe this false hope that the Sixers can get healthy and be a contender. But I really feel like Daryl Morey messed this team up when it comes to signing PG. I think Paul George was the beginning of the end for this Joel Embiid process days, because I feel like Paul George he's not going to give us enough. And now that the pressure's on him, whatever he did, he suspended. So I'm not going to get in detail about that. So he suspended, and it's just like I was wondering why he was dunking the ball, and he seemed a lot better, but you got to do things the right way. Like Charles Barkley was saying and Shaq was saying, professional athletes get a list of what you can take and what you can't take. And there ain't no excuses. That's what Shaq was saying. In other words, ain't no excuses for that. So it's just a lot of drama with the Sixers right now. And I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if the Sixers are going to, stay afloat and be able to beat some of these teams that they probably don't have a chance of beating until Joel Embiid and Paul George come back, because we don't know when Joel Embiid's coming back. That's the issue that we have. Yeah, he's missing this game, but we don't know how many other games he's missing. We don't know. The season, before you know it, is going to be over, and we're going to be a play-in team. We're already the 6th seed. We're going to end up being a play-in team, because what you have, let me just see the schedule for the Sixers. Because I'm going to tell you right now, teams are right behind us, and they're going to end up taking our spot. They're going to end up taking our spot. What the heck is going on here? All right, yeah, so, let me just look at this real quick. All right, so why is it saying that? I'm not talking about the Timberwolves. I want to talk about this. I want to see the Sixers schedule. All right, let me just put Sixers in there. All right, so Sixers, their schedule. Hold on real quick, y'all. All right, so we got the Pacers on Tuesday. Then you got the Heat, and then you got the Celtics. Out of the Pacers, out of the next 3 games after tonight, how many games will Joel Embiid play? Because even if he doesn't play against the Pacers, we can lose against the Pacers. We can lose. We can lose against the Heat, definitely, and definitely the Celtics. Then you got the Spurs. Like, this can get bad. We could be literally the 8th or out of the playoffs. We won't even be a play-in team if we don't get healthy, because then you got the Jazz. I'm not saying the Jazz are good. They're not the best. But then you got the Hawks. They just beat us. And then you got the Cavaliers. They're tough. Then you got the Grizzlies. We should be able to beat them, but then ain't nothing guaranteed. And then you got the Pistons, the #1 team in the Eastern Conference. Nets should be an easy team. Then you got the Trailblazers. Then you got the Nuggets and the Kings. We got a pretty hard schedule, man. Like, this ain't no joke, man. Like, we could literally be out the playoffs. Forget the play-in team. We could be out of the playoffs. We could be like the 10th seed with no chance of making it to the playoffs. That's my concern. And this game is going to be brutal. I feel bad for Sixer fans that's going to have to watch. That's going to watch this game, watch every second of this game, because I don't see us having any chance of winning this game against the Timberwolves. I don't see us having any chance, and I hate to say it like that, but the Sixers been playing so bad when it comes to. We talk about offense. Let's talk about defense is horrible, and then offense has been just a struggle to watch. The offense struggles to score. And then on top of that, your defense is lacking. Your perimeter defense is lacking. Your man-to-man defense is lacking. Your team defense is lacking. Communication is lacking. So many different things for the Sixers right now. We have a lot of concerns, and there's a big alarm going off for the Sixers. The Sixers are definitely in a situation where they possibly can be out the playoffs in the next couple of weeks. Like, literally, we can literally be out of the playoffs. We can, because other teams. What's the standings again? Let me see what the standings one more time real quick before I get off. But shout out to everybody in the building. Hit that like button if you haven't already. We do go live for Sixer games. We do go live for Phillies games. And if you're feeling the vibe, consider subscribing. Let me look at the standings real quick. All right, so look. So 30-26 is the Sixers record. Right behind us is the Heat. They're 31-27. And the Magic are 29-26. The Hawks that recently just beat us are 27-31. Even the Hornets could mess around and catch us. That's how bad it's getting. They 26-31. We could go on a crazy losing streak. We can literally go on a crazy losing streak. Think about it. Embiid asked them to not duck the tax, and since trade deadline, he's not played. Exactly. I literally was saying that. I think he's trying to get his get back. Y'all didn't want to make a trade. Guess what? I ain't playing until I want to play. How about that? Y'all don't want to really win? How about I sit out? How about I show you how I really feel? I agree with everything you just said, bro. And B asked them to not duck the tax. And since trade deadline, he has not played. You can't duck the luxury tax. You gotta, if you're trying to win, go for the win. Do you care about the fan base or not? Shout out to Daniel in the building. Do you care about the fan base or not? See, I ain't gonna sit here and cap, man. Like, I really I be trying to just like, all right, I want to go live so bad for this game, but I feel like it's gonna be so brutal. I feel like we're gonna lose by like 30 points plus. I feel like we're actually we have no chance. We're talking about the Sixers and how bad it's starting to look right now. They didn't make no moves at the NBA trade deadline. Joel Embiid wanted them to make a move. They didn't make no move. They lost a young point guard that had potential in Jarrett McCain, and Jarrett McCain is on the Thunder, and he's already being productive. And it's just like Joel Embiid's making a point like, y'all ain't nothing without me, and I'm going to sit out as long as I want. All this talk, oh, the team is better without Joel Embiid. Man, I question some people's basketball knowledge. If you want to say that he's always hurt and they should probably trade him because of that, then okay. But a healthy Joel Embiid is one of the best players in the NBA. And there's a reason why they double team him. They try to double team him in the post. They try to bring double teams, not even just in the post. Whenever he gets the ball, pretty much. There's a reason for that. Because he's still one of those guys. And since he's one of those guys, he's making a point. Y'all didn't want to make a move. I am going to sit out. And I'm going to make sure you feel it. And then you get so desperate. Then guess what? I might come back. If I choose to. Until then, I'm going to sit out. I'm going to be home with my wife and kids. And I'm going to say I'm hurt. I got knee soreness. That, and the third. And then I'm thinking to myself, he might be thinking like, all right, well, PG's on a glorified vacation. Well, shoot, what if I go on vacation? You know, it's crazy. Now he said he's not playing until 100. Yup, I wouldn't be surprised, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what's in his like. Yo, I ain't coming back until I'm 100% facts. Trey, I don't talk about politics on this channel. I just say, I go for what's in the Bible. I don't really go for all the politics and all that stuff, man. Respectfully speaking. You have one goal this all season, trade Embiid. Yeah, honestly, that's gonna be an easy trade at this point, in my opinion. If he can be this productive for the rest of the season, teams are gonna line up to go get him. I don't want him to be traded, but at this rate, he might be so mad that the Sixers didn't make no moves before the trade deadline. And he might be sitting like, yo, y'all, like I said, y'all ain't nothing without me. Y'all gonna feel it before I'll come back. I don't blame Joel. You're supposed to put a team around him that can win. It's the same thing with Allen Iverson. They did not, and listen, I love some of the players that AI had around him, but Allen Iverson didn't have a bona fide all-star. I'm talking about a guy that can get buckets. He didn't have that guy. The guy they brought in was Chris Webber. Chris Webber was not the same Chris Webber when he was with the Kings. When he came to the Sixers, he was decent. He wasn't the same Chris Webber. He was not the all-star Chris Webber level like he was when he was with the Kings. So that don't count. It's the same thing that's happening to Joel Embiid. It happened to AI. But the difference is this. Joel Embiid does have an all-star in Tyrese Maxey. It's just they're so... All right, they got all these max players. They got 3 max players, and 2 out of the 3 max players ain't playing. They don't have a complete team. See, AI had a complete team. He just needed one guy to be a bona fide all-star. It's the other way around with Joel Embiid. He has stars on his team in Tyrese Maxey and Paul George, even though his name is bigger than his play, but Paul George is still a decent player. But they don't have a complete team. They got rid of Jarrett McCain. I love Quentin Grimes. I don't believe Dominic Barlow should be a starter. That's just my opinion. I love Kelly Oubre Jr. But he's coming off the bench. Oh, excuse me. And it's just a dang old shame. Let me read these comments. Sixers are tied with Miami in only half a game. Orlando in next few. Yeah, we can be out of the playoff race, bro. We can literally be out of the playoff race. Do y'all understand where we're at? If you a Sixer fan or just an NBA fan in general, The Sixers could be out of they could be a play-in team or out of the playoff race in a couple of weeks. I'm not even making this up, y'all. Literally, we go against the Heat soon. We got some tough teams on our schedule the next few weeks. We don't got that many games left, y'all. People think, oh, we got like 20 something. Bro, before you know it, we're going to be talking about the playoffs. And I'm going to be doing play-by-play for the playoffs and watch the Sixers mess around not being. They're going to mess around, find out they're not going to be in the playoffs for being cheap at the trade deadline. If you got rid of Jared McCain, you should have flipped. You should have tried to get Sadiq Bey. If it's not Sadiq Bey, get somebody like Bobby Portis. Go make a freaking trade, bro. Y'all went backwards, not forward. You subtracted no additions besides Cameron Payne. And you're putting everything on Joel Embiid and Paul George to come back healthy. And we know Joel Embiid hasn't been healthy. And PG, I don't even want to get the podcast P. Joel Embiid, we know he's elite when he's playing. But like I said, he's probably pissed off. He's probably like, man, I sacrificed my body for this team all these years, and they still won't go. They won't go harder when it comes to getting pieces around me so we can win. Our bench is horrible. I like Cameron Payne. He ain't Jared McCain. I like Quentin Grimes. Sometimes he looked a little bit lost in the offense. I'm just being honest. I would never say that we don't have a chance. Any NBA team has a chance. I doubt Embiid thinks like that. Nah, he might not think like that, but I tell you one thing, he's disappointed in this organization for not doing something at the trade deadline. Joel Embiid said he wanted the Sixers, in other words, to make some moves, and they didn't do it. You have your backcourt of the future built around the trade Embiid for a pack of chips. If needed, he's too good. He's too great to just get a bag of chips. I get what you're saying. If he can be healthy for the rest of the season, his trade value will be so much better. But he has to prove that he can be healthy. Because like I said, when healthy, he's one of the best players in the game. It's just the problem. When I say when, that's the problem. Teams will have a problem trading for him because he's out with injury again. He got 3 more years on his contract. That's the problem, his contract. But the only way his contract will look better is if he plays and he's not playing. And when he did play, he looked really good. That's what's bad about all this. When Joel Embiid plays, the Sixers look like a whole different team. They look like a whole different team. When Joel Embiid don't play, they look like, I don't want to say scrubs, but they look like they are lost. That's funny. You forget the Pelicans had them Herb Jones for. You know what? I really wanted to get the guy I really wanted us to get was Sadiq Bey. That was the number. Him and Bobby Porter. If we would have somehow got Bobby Porter and Sadiq Bey, we would be the best team in the Eastern Conference. I would say that with no hesitation. I don't feel like there would be no team that can touch us if we was to. If you trade Jared McCain, go get me a Bobby Portis and a Sadiq Bey. I would go nuts. I would say, yo, this team is the best team in the East, hands down. Sadiq Bey is on a terrible team. Sadiq Bey could be a star. If he was on, for instance, if Sadiq Bey was on the Lakers and being like the second best player on that team, he would be a star. If he was on the Celtics, he would be a star. Certain franchise, he would have been a star. He is a very good player. He is underrated. Guy can do pretty much anything on the court. And he's on a team that he ain't doing nothing. And I'm thinking the Sixers are going to try to do something. The Sixers did nothing before the trade deadline. You should have made a move. You made 1 or 2 moves. You signed Cameron Payne. The guy was playing overseas before we signed him. Respectfully speaking. And I like Cameron Payne. I think he's an underrated signing, but he can't be your only signing that's going to put you over the top. You know what I'm saying? You forget the Pelicans, huh? One tradable first, yeah. That is not a mindset of most professional basketball players. Our biggest mistake was picking up PG and holding on to some players that we should have been rid of. Man, I've been said that earlier in the live stream. PG was the biggest mistake because you got Daryl Morey wanted to have an all-star team. Like I said, you can have two all-star players, and then the rest of your players can be good role players. You don't need to have 4 all-star players. You don't need to have 3 all-star players. You can have 2 all-star players, or you can have 1 all-star player and a very good player that could potentially be an all-star, and have a whole bunch of players that are good role players, and you can do well. The problem is this: you have Daryl Morey that wants big names, and the problem with that is now we have 2 max players that aren't playing. We have 2 max players that aren't playing right now. 1 player suspended because of enhancement drugs. Another player ain't playing because he's probably trying to stick it to the team and say, you guys didn't do enough for me, and we're not, and I'm gonna wait until y'all are really desperate or out of the dang on playoff race until I come back. And then if we don't make the playoffs, I'm gonna request a trade in the offseason. I'm telling y'all, he's gonna request a trade. Whether he gets a trade or not because of his history of being hurt, or yeah, that's really what it is. I don't think people care about the contract if he was healthy all the time, but he gets hurt all the time. So that's the problem with Joel Embiid. But man, this is sucks, man. It really does. Yeah, I'm a Sixer fan. Mike, oh man, God is good, man. Shout out to my boy Adventures in the building. Everybody that's in the building, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for mini Sixer games. I am not going live for this beatdown that's about to happen tonight. Timberwolves are going to beat the brakes off of the Sixers by 30. Y'all heard it first from your boy. I am not going to even. I love basketball. I love the Sixers, but at the same time, I understand that the Sixers just don't have enough when their 2-star players are not playing. When Paul George ain't playing, when Joel Embiid's not playing, it's going to be a beatdown. And you're in Minnesota, and you have a hard time rebounding the ball. You're going against one of the best rebounding teams. We're going to get destroyed on the boards. We don't box out for nothing. Rudy's going to dominate us. Julius Randle's going to dominate us. And I didn't even talk about Ant-Man yet. So we're not. This is going to be bad. It's going to be bad. I would be pleasantly surprised if the Sixers win this game. Look, Herb Jones is a perfect guy to put. I would have loved that. Oh no, for the Sixers though. For the Sixers, it's not Embiid's fault that don't build around him. Yeah, it's not. I never said it was his fault. But 4 first rounds. 2023 Herb Jones. Bay would have been a perfect pickup. I would have loved Bay. They gave up 50% from 3 from worst 3-point shooting team and gave up 40 points in the third quarter. They are playing best. They are playing at best without. I don't even know if we're a playing team, Frame. You're giving them too much credit. You're giving them way too much credit, bro. They're not even a playing team without Joel Embiid. No, we're not going to give them that much credit. We're not going to even give them that much credit. What I've seen in these last few games has been embarrassing. They're losing to teams that are supposed to be not the best or average at best, and we're getting beat down. We're not just losing, we're getting beat down. I'm not giving them that much credit. We haven't won in 43 years. And we have had some legendary teams. We got to win the cup. Yeah, I agree. The problem is the owners don't care. I don't believe the owners care too much. Anyway, let's go Sixers fans for the win today. Yeah, I get it, man. I want to win today too, but bro, I'm just trying to be realistic right now. The Timberwolves are a very, very good team, and we aren't playing the best right now. And the Sixers, on top of that, the one thing about the Timberwolves, they play good defense as well. They don't just play offense; they play defense and offense. The Sixers don't play defense, and they struggle on offense. I'm just putting all the factors together without the best player on the team. And yes, let me say that again. The best player on the Sixers is Joel Embiid. I love Tyrese Maxey as a player. Don't get it twisted. But the best player still to this day, when healthy, is Joel Embiid. It ain't Tyrese Maxey. Now, can Tyrese Maxey be a number one option on a championship team? I don't know. Possibly. But right now, he ain't looking like that guy to be the number one option. It's better when you have a guy like Joel Embiid that he commands all that attention. So if you double team Joel, guess what? Somebody's open. Somebody's open for a shot. The problem is all the attention's on Tyrese Maxey and ain't nobody else making a shot. So when Tyrese Maxey passes out the double team, guess what? Everybody bricking for chicken. They bricking for chicken, or guess what? Or Tyrese Maxey's forcing the shot, and it might be a bad shot, but there's nobody else that's making a shot, so he has to put up all those crazy shots and force shots that he probably shouldn't force because he's trying his hardest to win. I don't knock Tyrese Maxey. He's trying his best. The one player on this team that I do not knock is Tyrese Maxey, but he can't do it by himself. If, like AI said back in the day, when I pass it, and not this exact words, when I pass it to Aaron McKee, and I give it to Eric Snow, and I give it to Dikembe Mutombo, RIP to Dikembe Mutombo, by the way, or I give it to somebody else, Roger Bell or whatever, and then I pass it to them, they pass it back to me. Okay, there's about 15 seconds left on the shot clock. I pass it to them, they dribble, and now there's only 5 seconds left. What am I supposed to do? If I try to get them to shoot the ball, I try to get them to do something, and guess what? I got to chuck up a shot now. It's not that I'm a ball hog. It's because ain't nobody else shooting the ball. Listen, ain't nobody else shooting. It's the same thing with Tyrese Maxey right now. Can't nobody else make a bucket, and they're not taking the shot. But only player besides VJ Edgecombe, because he be taking shots, but he don't take as much shots as I wish he would, because you definitely need to when Joel Embiid's out and Paul George is out. But he's a rookie. And the only other player that's not scared to take a shot is Kelly Oubre Jr. and Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes comes off the bench. He does his thing sometimes, but it's not consistent. And then you got Paul George. Kelly, he tries, but it's just not enough. I love Kelly Oubre Jr. It's just not enough. We got an issue, y'all. We got two max players that ain't playing. And I don't even know if Joel Embiid's even hurt. Like I said, Joel Embiid's pissed off because we didn't make no moves. We didn't make no moves, y'all. He wanted the Sixers to go all in. If you trade one of the best young players on the team and you make no moves, what are you trying to build? Are you trying to build for the future after Joel Embiid? Maybe that's what you're trying to do, because that's what it looks like. You have Joel Embiid that was playing lights out prior to the All-Star break. He did miss a couple of games prior to that, but prior to that, listen, I truly feel like he is just like, I'm not playing. I'm just not playing. I don't even know what the Sixers need. Yeah, we know what we need. We need our players to be healthy. We need a better bench. We need a better power forward, someone that can rebound the ball. And I'm not saying he has to score 30 points a game, but at least be consistent and give us 10 to 15 points a game at the power forward position. Give me 7 to 12 rebounds a game at the power forward position. We also need a ball handler, someone that can facilitate in the second team, meaning off the bench. I would have loved to see, I know this might sound crazy, and I said it once, I'm going to say it again. I know Chris Paul's about to retire. I know he's up there in age. I don't give two craps. Bring him in because he's better than all the point guards we have on this team when it comes to a pure point guard. I'm not talking about like Tyrese Maxey and VJ. I'm talking about bench players. Like he will be perfect coming off the bench and running that second team. I would have loved to see Chris Paul. He would give, he would make the offense look so much smoother. It wouldn't be looking like every shot is forced. It seems like every shot is so hard to make. Like I forgot what game it was. It was like one team. I don't know if it was the Pelicans. I don't know what team it was, y'all. But they had like 40 assists and we had like 15. It was bad. We were terrible at passing the ball. It was crazy, man. They was diming each other up, and then every time we try to, get assists, we was bricking for chicken. We couldn't make anything because the shots seem like they're so hard and they're so forced, and it's like the offenses just look sloppy. Like they don't know what they're doing. It's like they playing street ball. They don't run no plays. And if they are running plays, they ain't running no good play. I'm just being honest with y'all right now. I'm on a giant rant, but I feel some type of way because Sixer fans, we deserve better than this. And I'm tired of losing. It's been 40-something years, like my boy Dom said, my boy Venture said, and I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of freaking losing. This team we've been losing to teams that we should not lose to. Who did we just lose to, y'all? Let me tell you who we just lost to. Hold on. We lost to a team. Hold on, man. Like y'all got to understand, we just lost to one of the worst teams in the NBA. We lost to the Pelicans, y'all. We lost to the Pelicans yesterday. They are 16-42. They are 16-42. They are the 14th seed in the West. You know how many teams are in the West? There's 15. They're second to last in the Western Conference, and they beat the brakes off the Sixers. Even without Joel Embiid, we should be better than this. Joel Embiid's making a statement indirectly saying, I want to be traded in the offseason, and also, since y'all didn't want to make a move, I'm going to let y'all suffer until we out of the playoff race. I'm telling y'all, that's what he said. I don't think he might be hurt, but he could play through it possibly. I don't really know, but I'm just thinking if I was Joel Embiid and I want to win a chip and the franchise that I play for, I sacrifice my body every single day I'm on that court. You're telling me you can't make no moves before the trade deadline? And you know we need to make moves? Makes no sense. Makes no sense. We lost to the dang on Pelicans, y'all. We lost to a team that don't got no business beating us. They got some good players. I ain't gonna say in cap, but there ain't no reason why they should have beat us like that. 26-111. We lost to a team that got 16 wins, y'all. We almost got double the amount of wins they have. You got Sadiq Bey giving us 20 point. Listen, man. Sadiq Bey should be on the Sixers. Herb Jones had 14 points. Zion Williamson had 21 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. The rookie Derek Queen forward had 10 points. DeAndre Jordan. We even lost to DeAndre Jordan. He's their starting center. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. Respectfully speaking, he was on the Sixers, I believe, as well, but come on. This is embarrassing. That was an embarrassing L. Sixers need a 22-year-old Iverson. I would love to have AI. We need a massive rebuild. So what I understand the Sixers is what the Lakers would be without Luka. Yo, I love Luka, man. I wish we would have went after Luka, man. I wish the Sixers would have. I wish the Mavericks wasn't that crazy. They should have went to the Sixers and said, yo, what you want Luka? What you willing to give? I would have said anybody on this team. I give you anything on this team. I give you anything. It is what it is at that point. Go get me Luka, man. Straight up. Is Paul George washed up? I think Paul George is not completely washed. I think he's decent. He's just not, in my opinion, worth the max contract. But still, if listen, I'm not blaming Paul George for that. I'm taking the money as well. Who going to turn down 211 point whatever $1 million? If a team's going to give me that deal, I'm going to take it. The issue is his production doesn't match his pay. And that's the problem. And now he's suspended for how many games? What's good? What's good, my friend? What's good with you? Embiid would never get a chip, and he too. Yeah, I don't know, man. He got to go to like the Warriors or something. I'm a little upset with my Rockets from last night, man. But the Rockets, they good though. What's their standings for the Rockets? Y'all good. Y'all going to be a playoff team now. If y'all going to get out of the West, that's another story. I don't know. The West is so stacked. The Western Conference is stacked, bro. But y'all definitely one of the best teams in the game. Y'all the 4th seed in the West. You know, so y'all good. Oh, Chris Paul retired completely. Man, get him out of retirement. Get him out of retirement. Let that man listen. Get him out of retirement. Let him play for the Sixers. Coming off the bench. All right, 18 point lead to my Knicks. Yeah. Knicks is a good team. We going I can't really talk about the Knicks right now. I don't even want to talk about them. I'm just disappointed in what's happening right now. What's up, Ben? Your Sixer needs help. Get rid of and Paul George start fresh. Yeah. It's easier said than done though, bro. Like you got to talk about the contracts and who's going to take those contracts. And if I was a GM, like put yourself in the shoes of like all right, so Embiid got a crazy contract. He got like 3 years left on his contract, right? Max, we talking about big money. We talking about big money, money, money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. So if you was a GM and would you trade for a maxed player that is always hurt? You know you wouldn't. No matter how good Joel Embiid is, he's always hurt. Matter of fact, he's hurt now, possibly. So it's easier said than done. Same thing goes with PG. Why would anybody trade for that contract? That man has not been the same. He got the Philly. He got that big bag from Philly, that 4th year max contract from Philly. He hasn't been anything like we thought he was going to be. And I say that respectfully. I hope the best for the man. This ain't nothing personal. I just want to win. You know? Mike, I really think that Embiid wants to win a championship in Philadelphia, but they have to do something. They're not doing nothing, though, TY. And I don't blame Joel Embiid if he wants to be traded. I don't even blame him. They didn't do anything at the trade deadline. And Daryl Morey just wants big names. It's not about big names. It's about building a complete team. Nico Harrison just, but I'm happy with Luka. I love Luka. Luka, one of my favorite players in the game. Straight up. Luka, one of my favorite players in the game. I'm going to give you my favorite players in the game that's not on the Sixers, right? I got a couple. I got Ant-Man. I love Ant-Man. I call him Ant-Man with the master plan. I love Luka. I absolutely love Luka. And I love SGA. I just think those 3 players, man. Oh, and I like Jokic too. And of course, Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry. But, you know, it's just like, it's my goodness, man. Like, I want to be a franchise where we're not looking like this, man. Like, I just want some consistency. The Sixers haven't been consistent since the Allen Iverson days. Now we looking bad. We've been going through the process for way too long. We trying to win a dang on championship. I'm tired of freaking losing, man. Listen, that's just how I feel. I'm tired of losing. I'm frustrated like Joel Embiid. If I'm the superstar player and I ask the team to make a trade before the trade deadline, and you do make a trade, you traded one of our best young players for a first-round pick and 3 second-round picks, and you didn't do nothing with it. You got the Rockets pick, right? And the Rockets are one of the best teams in the dang game. So that pick, that first-round pick ain't going to be a top pick. It's not going to be a top 15 pick. It ain't going to be a top 10, top 5. It's going to be bottom of the barrel first round because the Rockets are really good. So you got a first-round pick that's pretty much almost like a second-round pick in a way. Because the Rockets don't look like they're going to start looking bad with a Kevin Durant. No, I'm like, no, they got a good team. So we looking bad right now. We're looking bad. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We are going to go live for more Sixer games. I just don't have the energy to go live for a game where I feel like we're going to lose by 30. I just don't got the energy for it. We're going to end up losing by 30 against the Timberwolves tonight. Joel Embiid is out again, and I don't even think it's really because he can't play. I'm not saying he's not injured. I feel like he's just trying to stick it to the team because they didn't make no moves. The Sixers said, I'm not making a move because I'm trying to save that money. A billionaire trying to save money. Ain't that crazy? You get where I'm going with it? It don't matter how much money you make. Too much money ain't enough money. Was that what Lil Wayne said? Too much money ain't enough money. I think that's what he said. That's crazy. You don't want to go over the luxury tax. You don't want to pay that luxury tax. Like, come on, man. But you rather not improve your team and just sell tickets and make it seem like Sixer fans, we've been dealing with this bull crap for way too long. Losing. We haven't been to the Eastern Conference Finals since 2001. That's a long time. We're in 2026. We're in 2026. Josh Harris, the owner of the Sixers, the majority owner of the Sixers. We're in 2026. This is not 2001. We not even close to the Eastern Conference Finals right now because we have two max players that Daryl Morey decided to pay because he paid Joel Embiid as well, and he paid Paul George as well, and we ain't nowhere close to winning a dang old championship because they not playing. But when they do play, I feel like we're a very good team. But we could have been a lot better if you would have tried to trade for a Saddiq Bey. I'm going to keep on saying it because I feel like that was the guy. I made a video before everybody started talking about Saddiq Bey. I made a video the Sixers need to go after this guy. Before the trade deadline was really talked about, what we need to go get, I was talking about Saddiq Bey. I made a short. And I said, yo, this is the guy we need to go get. And I've been saying stuff about Bobby Portis. That's another guy that we should have tried to go get. Bucks don't got no chance. What's the Bucks record, man? Bucks are the 11th seed. They're 24-30. They don't got no chance. They would have gave up Bobby Portis for, I would have gave up like 3 second-round picks. I don't care. You can have Andre Drummond, whatever you want besides Tyrese Maxey, Jarrett McCain, and Joel Embiid, and PG. We want give me Bobby Portis. Well, you can have PG. I ain't gonna say Cat. You can have PG if you really want him. But yeah, respectfully speaking, I'm just trying to improve the team, PG. Ain't nothing personal. I just want to win. That's all. Ain't nothing personal, my brother. But we could have had, listen, and we got rid of Jarrett McCain and the Thunder just looking better. Well, matter of fact, let me look up the Thunder. Because this is the bad thing about it, right? He on the Thunder and he's putting up buckets. So how does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? How does it make sense that he wasn't playing the best with the Sixers at the time, but he goes to the champions, because they are the champions right now until they're defeated. And he was one of the reasons why they won against the dang on Cavaliers. You know what I'm saying? He's been playing pretty well. He scored 21 as the Thunder beat the Nets. And then he scored, and then I don't know what he did against the Cavs. They just beat the Cavs. He scored some points against the Cavs, and they beat, like, what's going on? Did you see the spectacular comeback by the Knicks last night against the Rockets? No, I didn't see that though, bro. But they are nice though. I watched the whole game. Mm. We have way too many two-way guys and buyout players. That's why we are losing. And I agree, no one will trade for. Yes, guys, unless they can win with him. I agree. Facts, facts, facts. Chris Furrell's in the building. They got a building blocks for the future. Maxi. Yes, and we could have had Jared McCain as well. But the problem is this: I'm still stuck on the PG. Why did we sign Paul George? And why did we give Joel Embiid that big contract extension? Why? His the first contract wasn't even over when we gave him the contract extension. You should have just played it by ear and said, yo, listen, we gonna wait and see if you're healthy. If you're healthy when your contract is over, we'll give you a contract extension. But I wouldn't give him a crazy 4 year. I'll give him 2 years at the most. They messed up, man. They messed up. The Knicks are not real, and all Knicks fans will soon find out. All snap to where this is coming from a fan about. You could find someone that pick, yeah. But you are right though, Mike. Priester, yes. But I'm trying to win right now. I'm not worrying about the what is it, the 2020, 2027, 2026, 2026 NBA draft. I'm not worrying about that. I'm worried about right now. But you're right. You could find somebody. Just because you're not drafting high in the first round doesn't mean you can't find a star. I get all that. But at the same time, you got rid of Jared McCain and you didn't get replace that production at all. You got Cameron Payne and that's it. That's it. Hey, listen, man. Yes, I am a Sixers fan. Yes, Philly, everything besides football. I'm a Phillies fan, I'm a Sixers fan, and I'm a Viking fan. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's how it is over here, brother. Appreciate you noticing that. Yeah. You see the Adrian Peterson jersey in the back. You know the vibes. I think Embiid is tired of organization ignoring him. That's why he is sitting out. Exactly. And I think that's what's happening, T Miles. 100% agree with you. Sixers will win this game, I guarantee. Oh, hey, listen, Ty, I love I love the confidence, brother. I hope you're right. Yeah, what's up, Smooth? Yeah, but just because you want him don't mean he's available. That's true. That's true. Knicks are trash and I barely win. Oh, snap. Oh yeah, we can. Thunder are champions until we crown someone else champions. Yeah, they the champions. We about to be. I was about to say we about to be the champions. We got to figure out some things before I do that. Pelicans. Hold on. Pelicans. Pelicans didn't beat us by 50. What you talking about? Oh my gosh. All New York spots is Knicks always takeovers. Nah, we ain't worried about none of that, bro. We gonna get y'all back next time we play y'all. But the number one thing is Joel Embiid getting healthy, or not even just getting healthy, just wanting to play as well. So he has to be healthy enough to play and want to play, right? But I'm just a little bit frustrated, man. I'm frustrated. I am. I'm so frustrated. This team is so up and down. This team is so up and down. Once you start getting confidence in the team, they start doing stuff like this happens. You know, I love this team though. I still love this team, but it is difficult sometimes being a Sixer fan. I love this team by all means. I'm always going to rock with this team, win or lose. You know, but at the same time, I got to keep it real. By the way, everybody that's in the building, I got another YouTube channel. I'm going to put the link in the comments. It's my Vikings YouTube channel. So if you're into football, even if you're not a Viking fan, if you like play-by-plays, we go live for primetime games, and we go live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. Both of my channels are, everybody's welcome to my channels, regardless if you're a fan of the teams or not. But I'm going to just spam my other channel in the comments. If you're into football, NFL, go check out this channel and subscribe. This is my other channel. This is it right here. I'm just going to spam it a couple of times in here for you. Go check out this channel. Everybody subscribe to this channel as well. But shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Appreciate y'all. God bless everybody that's in the building. I'm just a Sixer fan venting about the Sixers and what is the next step? What is the goal? Is it to build for the future or is it to win a championship right now? Because what's the point of building for the future if the future ain't winning no championships? We've been building for the future for the longest. Let's build for right now. We've been going through the process days for the longest. Let's build something right now. That's what we got to talk about more. Sixer fans deserve a championship. Like I said, we haven't did anything since 1983 with the great Julius Erving. You know what I'm saying? We trying to win. Go New York, go New York, go. Hey, we beating the brakes off New York when we play y'all next time we play y'all. I can't wait. I will be live for that game. I'm going to make sure I'm live for that game. You know what I mean? I'm going to make sure. Yeah, listen, we're going to beat the brakes off the New York Knicks next time we play y'all. I just hope let me put a big if Joel Embiid plays. Let me just put that in there because I said it too soon. And once I said it, the Sixers got the brakes beat off of us because in my opinion, Joel Embiid didn't play, but I thought we would have lost with or without Joel Embiid in that specific game. The Knicks were shooting lights out, but you never know. A superstar like Joel Embiid can definitely change the energy in the building because he's one of the best in the game. So, and that's how much respect I got for Joel. But the man that man is peed off, man. That man does not want to play right now. I'm not saying he's not hurt. That's not what I'm saying. But we know players play through injuries all the time. He's not playing because I feel like the Sixers did not do enough at the trade deadline. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. But it is very concerning. It is very concerning. Very concerning. Come to Boston. Oh my gosh. No. No. Out of all the teams, no. Oh my gosh. Imagine Joel Embiid. Gris said, come to Boston Embiid if you want a championship. Hey, listen, bro. Imagine Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Joel Embiid. Oh my goodness. To be honest with you, I would hate it and love it at the same time. Because I love Jaylen Brown and I like Jason Tatum. And y'all know how I feel about Joel Embiid. I would hate it because it's on the Celtics. But I would love it because I know Joel Embiid will have an honest chance of winning a championship. Because you got two dogs. You got two wing players that are straight up dogs. In Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, MVP. Jason Tatum, one of the best two-way players in the game. A guy that can get 50 points in his sleep with the handle. He can do anything on that court. Both ends of the court. Defense, offense, break you down off the dribble, drive to the rim. Doesn't matter. Jason Tatum is one of them guys. Same with Jaylen Brown. Joel Embiid dominating in the post. That will be scary. That would be scary. I don't want to think about it, ladies and gentlemen. But everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. We are going to be going live for more Sixer games, but I refuse to go live tonight because I know it's going to be a beatdown. I usually would go live, but hearing the Joel Embiid news made me feel some type of way. Also, this is my other YouTube channel right here. It's my Viking YouTube channel. Yes, I'm from PA, Philly, everything besides football. This is my channel where I cover the Phillies and the Sixers, and we will go live on this channel for the Sixers. Also, if the Sixers are not in the playoffs, we'll go live for the playoffs for the Eastern Conference team and a Western Conference team. And also, we will be going live for Phillies definitely on this channel. So share, subscribe to this channel. And the channel I just posted in the comments is my football channel where I cover the Vikings and we go live for every Viking game and we go live for primetime games as well. Let me look at the comments. Trader McCain through off-team vibes. Martian, you're 110% correct. Starting to snow real bad outside, by the way. You're 110% correct, bro. I don't know what the Sixers were thinking when they just traded him for second round picks in a first round pick that's not going to be high. We're trying to win now. Excuse my tone, y'all, but we're trying to win. I just want to win, ladies and gentlemen. Get your popcorn ready. It's not about building for the future if you keep losing. We've been building for the future. These process days, how many years we've been trying to build for the moment right now. We're trying to win right now with Joel Embiid, a one-time MVP, a two-time scoring champion, a gold medalist, one of the best players in the NBA when healthy. We're trying to win right now. And they ain't do nothing at the trade deadline. Don't make no dang on sense. And I feel some type of way. I ain't gonna lie, I feel some type of way. Some bull crap. It's to the point where it's unbelievable on how bad this organization is ran. From the ownerships down. You got bad coaching half of the time. And then you got bad ownership most of the time. And then our GM don't know what the heck he's doing when it comes to getting building a complete team. He says, "Oh, we gotta have all stars everywhere." No, you don't. You don't, Daryl Morey. Look where it's gotten us. You gave a max to an injury-prone star like Joel Embiid, and I love Joel, but he's injury-prone. You gave a max to PG, Podcast P. You gave him a max. And the Clippers didn't want to give him the max, the 4-year max. They said 3, not 4. We gave him the 4th year. You know he wasn't going to turn that down. And he hasn't, and listen, he's suspended for, I don't know how many games, 25 games. He ain't coming back. It'll be 10 games left when he comes back. And we trying to build chemistry in 10 games. And we got to hope that nobody else gets hurt. And we got to hope that Joel Embiid stays healthy when he does come back. Some bull crap. But you're right about that, though. Threw us off, man. McCain trade threw off the vibes. 1993, Dr. J, Mo Cheeks, Andrew, Tony, Bobby Jones, Moses Malone, Clint Richardson, Coach Billy Cunningham. Shout out to the 1983 team, man. Shout out to Moses Malone. RIP to Moses, man. Talking about Moses Malone, look, when y'all get a chance, look up what Dr. J said about Moses Malone about that finals run. He gave so much love and respect. In other words, he was like, yo, if it wasn't for Moses, we would have lost. We wouldn't have won this championship. You know who they was going against? Them Lakers, man. Showtime Lakers. Showtime Lakers. And they dominated. The Sixers dominated. And the biggest reason, in other words, what Dr. J said, in other words, was Moses Malone. Moses Malone was one of the greatest players of all time. People don't talk about Moses all like that. I don't know why. Moses was dominant. We should have kept the team together. I love Mo Cheeks. Oh my gosh, man. I would have, listen, we should probably give Mo Cheeks another chance at being a head coach. Come to Philly, brother. We need some of that. We need Mo Cheeks to just show us how an offense should be ran. He will probably know better than anybody. One of the best point guards in Sixer history, one of the best point guards in NBA history. Mo Cheeks plays on both ends of the court. Diamond dudes up. You know. Shout out to the 1983 team. I love that comment, by the way. Yeah, man, Podcast P, bro. Yeah, hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Y'all know the vibes over here. But yeah, man, Podcast P, man. I'm so over it, man. I'm so over this guy. Like I've been not liking this. I've been not liking Paul George on the Sixers. I didn't like it. I didn't want it. I just was trying to be positive when it happened because I had no choice to try to be like, all right, I don't want to sound like the biggest hater. I don't really like it, but maybe he might prove me wrong. I was right the whole time about Paul George. I don't think he really cares. He got his bag, and that's all he cares about. A guy that I wanted that you probably you would have had to give up something to go get him was Jimmy Butler from the Heat. I wanted Jimmy Butler. That's the guy we should have never let go. We let Jimmy Butler go. That was debatably Joel Embiid's best teammate. And I put Jimmy Butler over James Harden, even though James Harden was a big part of the reason why Joel Embiid won MVP. And I think James Harden is really, really good. And I love Tyrese Maxey, but I think Jimmy Butler was his best teammate overall. Because he got that dog mentality. Man, he was making, listen, we should have ran that back. Tobias Harris should have left, and we should have tried to keep Jimmy Butler and Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid together. We should have kept that together, man. Forget what Ben Simmons. Yeah, we could have got rid of Ben Simmons and got somebody else. Forget all that, bro. You could have gave that money to Jimmy Butler, not Tobias Harris. Like, what are we doing? What the heck were we doing, bro? Like, there were so many mistakes this organization made. I could have been a better GM than these people. And I'm not getting paid millions of dollars. I don't even need the millions of dollars. Just pay me a little something, something. You know what I mean? We don't have to disclose that amount of money. But pay me a little something, something. I would have made something happen. I would have made something happen. You know what I'm saying? Nurse needs to quit yelling at refs and start coaching in. Bruh, Marty. That's another thing. He complaining, and then he get a technical, or not even just a technical. The game is going on, or we just losing. Man, coach the team. Just coach the team. Put your players in the right positions on the basketball court so we can win, bro. Call the freaking play that works. I agree with that. I have lost respect for Paul George. Man, I'm tired of Paul George, man. He's still a solid player. I'm not saying the guy is washed, but for the amount of money, you could have gave that money to somebody else, man. I'm telling you. No, I don't know who. I got to do more research on the time frame and where we signed Paul George. We could have just been a little bit more patient and waited a little bit. I don't know. But what I would have tried to do, to be honest with you, like to go get that championship, I would have tried my hardest to go try to get like LeBron James. I know that sounds like delusional thinking, but like even at his age, I would have loved him in Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid. That would have been awesome, in my honest opinion. Would have been awesome. I would have loved it. I just want to win a championship, man. And we keep on going through the same bull crap every single year. The Eastern Conference is wide open. It did get a little bit better. No one saw the Pistons looking this good. I still feel like they're not going to win the championship this year, regardless of how good Cade Cunningham is playing and some of the role players are playing. I still don't think they're better than some of the teams in the East, but they might surprise everybody. It's not about having a whole bunch of stars on the team. They got a complete team, and I got respect for the Pistons. It's some bull crap, man. These teams looking better than the Sixers right now, man. All the teams that I'm talking about looking better. The Cavs, the Raptors, the Boston Celtics without Jason Tatum. The Hawks just beat us. Magic might be better. I don't know, man. Without Joel Embiid, all these teams is cooking us right now. They all cooking us. But shout out to everybody in the building. God bless to y'all. Have a wonderful day. And I'm letting y'all know this now. Timberwolves versus Sixers. It's going to be a beatdown. I hope I'm wrong, but I feel like I'm right. Have a wonderful day, and God bless. I'm out.